G'day, Andrew Murray here from the Apartment Specialist, talking about how to break a fixed term tenancy agreement. Now, generally it happens when one of the parties, either the landlord or the tenant, will approach the other and request to break the fixed term tenancy. Now what has to happen here is both parties have to agree. Otherwise, you simply can't break a fixed term tenancy. Now, what will happen is let's say the landlord wants to break it, and they'll go to the tenants and go, look, I'd like you to end this early because of whatever reason, and the tenants will have to agree to that. And certain things may take place, i.e. I may give you some compensation, or I'll help you find a new place, that kind of thing. And now when an agreement actually occurs, then basically you write a document down, and it has to be very, very clear with all parties signing the document and agreeing upon the terms and putting in all the dates and making sure that the landlord and the tenants both have a copy. Now, a lot of people sort of ask, well, does everybody in the place have to agree? Well, no, they don't. Only the people on the tenancy agreement, because they are the actual tenants. If there's anybody else staying in the property, well, that's irrelevant. Okay, so that's an important fact you need to know. Now, okay, so they can't normally, a fixed term tenancy can't be broken. Well, strictly speaking, the tenancy tribunal actually can. Okay, but that's not really normal, but I'll go through the reasons or the ways a tenancy tribunal can actually break a fixed term tenancy. Now, one is a body corporate rule. If a body corporate rule is put in place that affects a tenant, i.e. you no longer can have pets in the apartment complex and the tenant has a pet, well, that gives you the option to be able to break the fixed term tenancy because it's going to affect the tenant greatly because there's nowhere for them to put their pet. Number two is extreme hardship. So if the tenant is their situation, or maybe they lose their job, puts themselves in extreme hardship, and that hardship outweighs the hardship faced by the landlord, well then a tenancy agreement in theory can be broken. Now, number three is if the rent is increased by a very large amount, which is going to create hardship for the tenant, well, that's another reason. But that's a tough one, that one. And then number four is if the rent increase is unreasonable, i.e. the rent increase is way above market rent, there aren't any other apartments or dwellings in that condition and in the same area that are remotely near the price that the landlord is asking for, then the tenancy tribunal could argue that fixed term agreement could be broken. So, but strictly speaking, a fixed term tenancy can't be broken unless it comes under those four reasons that I just mentioned. Anyway, I hope that helps. Andrew Murray, Apartment Specialist. Cheers.